everybody. I hope you can hear me. So, this week was really busy. I've had a long week. I've been up at the flower shop. It was Mother's Day week, and we were doing a couple of things for Memorial Day, and I think, and we had a couple of funeral stuff. So, yeah, I've had a long week, and my feet were hurting like so bad. It was actually my fault, of course. So on Thursday, I wore like sandals, which I'm like, okay, that was a bad idea. And then, making sure my volume's up. Anyways, so yeah, my feet were hurting, and one of my legs, the front was hurting, and then on the other one, the back was like hurting. So I was just like, oh, I'm so ready to go lay down. And then Thursday night, I had Bible study at my friend Brianna's house. And then Friday, I was up at the flower shop again. And then today, we did a mother-daughter brunch, and it was a lot of fun. The speaker's mom, Kim, is my friend, and her mom did a speech. And her other daughter was actually drawing on the this board thing, and her drawing was like really good. I'm like, wow, she's a really good drawer. And there was a lot of food there, and the decorations was like really pretty. And I got to meet a lot of people that I didn't know, and we did like door prizes. And first of all, Michelle Dottie, she owns Walnut Hill Designs, and she made these for like all the tables. I don't know if you can, if you can see them. I just thought these were like really cute. And then like on top of it, there was like this little paper board thing, and inside it had a like a tea thing. And then there were drawings. We wrote our name down, and we had to figure out how many M&Ms was like in a jar. And I'm like, my friend April said it was an amazing chalk drawing. Yes, it was really cool. When I was watching her draw it, it was reminding me of like all the times I used to draw. So we did drawings, and I was one of the names that was drawn out of the vase, and I got this. I don't know if you can see it. Wait. It says "Let go and let God," and it's kind of like, it has empty paper, of course. At the bottom, it says "Be the light," and then right here on this one, I don't know if you can see it, it says "Enjoy the journey." So I thought this was pretty interesting. I'm like, I love notebooks. And it was funny because Sarah's like, I was thinking of you when I picked that out. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. So that was really fun. And then after we finished, I helped put tables down and put chairs back. And then I went over to the flower shop, and I helped Candy at the flower shop. And then I just now came home. So I'm just like, oh. And Batman is like in the background playing with the ball. Oh, never mind. That's Spooky Lou. Spooky. My friend Adam says hello. Hi, Adam. Spooky. Okay, so earlier I felt really bad because like yesterday I was supposed to read chapter 4 from my book, The Wish. And I was like, I was too tired, and my legs hurt, and my feet hurt. And then I went to a softball game and watched Miriam play softball. And she was really good. She did really good at batting. And she was by the first, second, and third, and fourth base. She did really good there. So yeah, I did that. And I was gonna read last night, but I was so exhausted and tired. I'm just like, I just want to go to bed. So I took my clothes off, I put a sweatshirt and sweatpants on, and I just went straight to bed. I was that tired. So, I'm going to read chapter 4. Thank God it's only thank God it's only 6 pages. And don't forget, I'm giving away a free copy of right here. I should have grabbed them. But I'm giving away these copies. These are the first editions, and these are the old covers. And a lot of people were like, "Why did you change the cover?" Well, I don't think I really know the answer to that anymore. I just wanted a different cover. I mean, these are good covers. I still have the old cover. Maybe if I ever publish my book in hardback, maybe this will be the hardback cover. I don't know. I mean, I think the reason why I changed it was because I did not like the background. I didn't like the background. And the diamond here was like really, really blurry. Like, I'm just going to change it. So, the first one, okay, April, you won. You're getting a free copy of the first edition of The Wish. So I will bring this to church tomorrow. So I will write your name down. I should probably do that because I will definitely forget. So, wait, hold on. I need a piece of paper. Oh, there we go. Okay, so April, you won this free copy, free. And I will sign it and I will bring it to church for you tomorrow. So this is what you won. I'll write your name down. April. Okay. So now there is one left. So you're welcome, April. So if there's anybody, if you know anybody that loves like paranormal or scary stuff or whatever, this book is still available. So if anybody's watching, comment down below or tell a friend. So this book is still available. So I will promote it as much as I can and let you guys know about it. April's like, I'm so excited. Thank you. Well, I hope you enjoy the book. So, yes. Okay. So, now that that's over, I'm going to read chapter 4, and it's only 6 pages long, so, okay. I'm just making sure I got through all of my announcements. So next Tuesday, yeah, today's Saturday. I've had such a long week. I can't even remember what chapter I read last week, which that's like really, really sad. Okay, so this upcoming Tuesday, I am doing a live coffee chat, and we are gonna drink coffee, and we are just going to talk and have a good time. And I'm going to do like a recap from like the last week. So, yeah. Anyways. Okay. So, yeah, so don't forget, whoever's watching, I still have this. I got one left. And truthfully, I did not know I had these on my shelf. I really didn't. So, there's one copy left. So, you can tell your friends and spread the news. Okay, so this is chapter 4 from The Wish. So in the last chapter, Olivia wandered off into the woods. And this is like a day after her grandpa's funeral. And she didn't want to be in the house anymore, so she went out into the woods. And she saw this abandoned house and she met a witch from 1692. Well, at first she didn't really know she was a witch. She just saw her, and Olivia met her, and the woman gave Olivia a wishing stone, and so Olivia took it, and then she just left. So this is where it is leaving off. And if you guys want to comment while I'm reading, if you want to leave a question, or if you just want to just comment while I'm reading, that is totally fine. I'm just gonna I'll probably look while I'm reading, which is totally fine. So, okay, so this is chapter 4. Okay. Olivia bolted through the opening and ran down the trail, gripping the crystal stone. Harsh flames burned through her lungs, and itchy rawness dried out her throat. Muscles in her calves tightened and cramped, making it harder to run. Once she was back on the road, she came to a stop and clutched at her belly. Pain crept through her abdominal. She placed a hand up to her warm and sweaty forehead. She became lightheaded and dropped to her knees. Her pulse hammered. Oh God, no. A burning, sour liquid sprinted up her throat and into her mouth. She tried to keep the bitter taste down, but it came too fast. She doubled over and vomited a greenish-yellow fluid in the grass. Her mouth still dry and acid from the putrid taste. She couldn't go home like this. Her mom will be concerned and worried. A nice cool breeze brushed across her face. She eased her rapid breaths and looked down at the crystal stone in her hand, then placed it in her pocket and continued down the gravel road. As she walked, her stomach felt somewhat better, though she still felt a little unsteady. She wanted to stop and rest, but she was almost home now. The 2-story house sat in the distance past the large trees. The front porch had rock siding below the white windows and a porch with a swing in the front. To the upper left of the house was Olivia's deck, attached below her double glass sliding doors, with a small steeple-shaped roof hovering above where a little table and chairs were set for her and the cousins to sit at. She walked up the driveway and opened the front door. A sad feeling she couldn't ignore drifted in the air like a heavy cloud. She set her purse down on the oak wood table that sat to the side by the front door, then took her shoes off and placed them on the shoe rack Grandpa had made a week ago. She slid... Whoops. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. She slid her hand along the wood and then squeezed her eyes so the tears wouldn't flow. She looked into the kitchen. Her mom wasn't in there. The double French doors led to the deck that could fit up to 30 people. That's where Fern's graduation party was. Olivia was 7 and Fern was 17. Nope. Her mom wasn't in there either. She slowly peeked around the corner and found her mom sitting at a table on the deck porch, sobbing and wiping her tears away. She wanted her dad home so she could talk to him. A father and daughter talk would be nice right now, like the times they used to talk if things were bothering her. He always knew what to say. Having divorced parents were no fun at all. Some kids in the world didn't get to see their parents like they wanted to. Sometimes it didn't work out that way. It was even worse when one of them lived in another country, like her dad, Griffin. He lived in Winnipeg, Canada, where he drew blueprints of buildings for the company he worked at. He'd been an architect since he was a young man. He left when she was 5 years old. Back in 1999. She wanted to go with him, but her mother wouldn't allow it. Olivia's older sister, Fern, now 27, graduated when the divorce was settled. She had gone to Canada with Dad to go to college, like Olivia also planned to. Soon it would be Olivia's turn, before long, to head off to college. 4 more weeks, then she'd be on her way to the college Fern had gone to. Homeschooling ran in the Magella family. All the kids were homeschooled, even Grandpa Quinn. That made her even more proud to be homeschooled, just like Grandpa. She didn't know much about her past relatives. All she knew was most of the kids had passed away from some unknown cause. The weirdest part was when they died. They ranged from 5 to their teenage years. It never really bothered Olivia because she never thought about it too much. Olivia sat down on the leather couch and let a breath out. She looked over at the clock on the wall by the wide stairs. 6:20 p.m. It wasn't even dark yet. After her mom had finished folding the laundry, she took the clothes hamper upstairs with her. Olivia sat there on the couch and thought of Inga and why she was there in the woods. Where did she come from? How did she get there? How long has she been there? Her mom came back downstairs, stopped at the bottom of the steps, and smiled. Olivia smiled back and watched her mom take the clothes hamper back into the laundry room. She then looked at the television screen and grabbed the remote. She pressed the power button on and flipped through the channels until a modeling show came on. She knew that if Fern and Loretta were there with her, they would watch it until it was over. She turned to the Discovery station that she used to watch with Grandpa all the time whenever he came over. A few seconds ticked by, and then she looked down at the empty spot next to her and frowned. Grandpa wasn't there like, "Batman, what are you doing?" Grandpa wasn't there like he used to be. He should be here with her. She decided to watch it anyway, to give it a try. Within seconds of watching it, a familiar feeling came over her. A feeling of being loved and cared for, just the way Grandpa used to make her feel. It was the same feeling she had when she was out at the cemetery, looking down at the hole. Her body stiffened and she waited for something to happen. For a brief second, she peeked over her shoulder. Her mom washed the inside of the sink out. She turned back to the TV and saw an image of a man on the TV screen. Her stomach sank and she looked behind her. Of course, nothing was there. She gazed around the room a few times. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, so she brushed it off. Am I too close to the light? It is kind of bright. Olivia thought about the upcoming days. She didn't know what she was going to do. She couldn't go fishing anymore or go get ice cream. Well, she could with her mom, but it wouldn't be the same. Not without Grandpa. It would be embarrassing to go and have people staring at her because everywhere she went, Grandpa had always been with her. She laid back on the couch and placed an arm over her face, letting her legs hang over the arm. Hi. Batman's down there. A memory flashed through her mind of when she was at Grandpa's practicing her spelling. She always let her legs hang over the edge. Her mom walked past her. Olivia, what? Did you clean your room like I asked you to? And you have clothes to put away. If you do it now, I'll be done. It'll be done. Olivia peeked out from under her arm. Her mom walked over to the desk by the staircase and sat down in the chair. She put her reading glasses on and sorted through the mail. Olivia stared at the ceiling and saw the fans. The rock walls inside the living room spread up to the ceiling. She loved it. When she built her house, it would be similar to hers. Be similar to her mom and dad's. It will be a 2-story house, a big deck in the back, and a swimming pool. Too bad her mom didn't have a swimming pool. It would be nice for the summer hot days, but they did have central air in the house. Olivia, she sighed, set the papers down on the table, and looked at her mom. Yes, I'm going, Mother. Thank you. You don't have to pack right now. I just want your room clean. Mom, don't say that. You should motivate me to get packed, not at the last minute. I want things to go slow before you leave. Olivia walked midway to the staircase until a knock was at the door. Who could be here at a time like this? She stopped and looked over her shoulder at the clock. It was 7:00 p.m. She held both hands to her chest and touched her pocket where the crystal stone was. Did the strange woman follow me home? Olivia looked at the door for a second, but it seemed like hours. Oh no. What do? I can't just walk away. My mom will wonder why I didn't answer the door. Uh-oh. Oh well. That will send a red flag up in the air. Blood rushed to her face and her chest ached. Her legs grew stiff. Olivia crept over to the door and grabbed the handle, then opened it. I don't know, is this working? I don't know. A smile spread across her lips. It was Loretta and Skeeter. Thank God it wasn't Inga. Hi, cuzzies. Are we late? Loretta asked. Olivia shook her head as she walked back over to the couch and sat down. Loretta and Skeeter had always come over when they were younger. Olivia's mom had made chicken and noodles all the time. All the kids loved it, but their parents had to move away to their new jobs in the big city. Even though the cousins lived in the big city, it didn't bother Olivia one bit. She wouldn't want to live in the big city anyway. She loved the country way better. It was quieter and more peaceful. The city, not so much. It wasn't much fun to be in it. Too much traffic with a lot of people out and about. Out in the country, it wasn't like that. Olivia and Skeeter sat with Olivia in the living room. Olivia looked out the window behind her. Streaks of vanishing daylight spread throughout the sky. A little fresh air wouldn't hurt them. You want to go for a walk? Loretta and Skeeter looked at each other, then back at Olivia. Sure, they both said at the same time. They said at once. The three of them put their shoes on and headed out to the front door. The door opened back up, Hey, you kids, Olivia's mom said. Olivia and her cousins turned around. I want you back here before it gets dark. Don't be too long, okay? Okay, Mom, we're going for a walk. Loretta clutched onto Olivia's arm. While they walked down the driveway and onto the road, Olivia touched her pocket. How am I going to tell them about the strange woman and the crystal stone? She bit her bottom lip and kept her head down. Would Olivia and Skeeter even believe me? They never thought I was a liar. She had always trusted them, and they trusted her. It wouldn't hurt to say something, nor would it. I have to tell you two something, and I want you to really listen. What is it, Cuzzy? Loretta asked while checking her nails. I need a new color. The polish is chipping off. Why don't you dye your hair every color in the rainbow? Then you will be satisfied. Loretta glared at him. I know this is going to sound weird. Olivia paused and took a breath in. Now she wasn't sure if she wanted to say anything. You, what? Skeeter asked. I saw a woman? Skeeter looked at Olivia. What are you talking about? There are women everywhere. Loretta rolled her eyes. Do you ever hear yourself when you speak? No, that's a scary thing to do. You wouldn't want me to do that. You guys, they both looked at her. Did you hear me? I said I saw a woman in the woods not too far from here. Olivia gestured down the road. Loretta gasped as her eyes bugged out. Oh, great, here we go. Maybe telling wasn't such a good idea. You know you are not supposed to be in the woods, she said. Yeah, Olivia. Why did you do it? Skeeter asked. Olivia shrugged. I was just letting you know. What did the woman look like? She had on an ancient-looking dress, one that doesn't fit this day and age. Olivia could see it in her eyes. Olivia could see it in her mind so clear. And the weirdest part of it all, she had an emerald diamond the size of my fist. She held her fist to show the size. It had to be the size of a baseball. It was hanging around her neck. Loretta and Skeeter looked at each other. Let's go look, Skeeter said. Olivia's eyes widened and her heart skipped a beat. Loretta smacked Skeeter on the arm. He cringed and held his arm. Ouch, he groaned. That hurt. Loretta, stop smacking him. She looked back at Olivia. I think you're stressing out over Grandpa passing. Olivia glared at her. I'm not stressing out. I know what I saw. She's there. She pointed. I know it. Her cousins just stared at her. Olivia took a breath in and let it out. I'm sorry. It took her by surprise to see herself acting different. She never raised her voice at them like that, only if she was really mad. It's okay, Loretta said. Let's go check it out. Olivia shook her head. No way, Skeeter. Yes way. Don't listen to him, Olivia. You don't have to go. Come on. What would it hurt? Skeeter asked. Both girls stared at him. I don't know, Olivia said. The sun is almost down. We'll be back before dark. It doesn't get dark until 8 o'clock. It's only 7:40 p.m. Skeeter said. Please, let's just go. Olivia looked at Loretta. She shook her head and mouthed back, no. Olivia looked at Skeeter. He smiled big. All right, fine. Loretta slapped. I know, why is that? Loretta slapped her arms to her side. We look, we leave. Understand? Olivia commanded. Yes, yes. All right. We have the girl he gave the girls a small push. Let's go. Skeeter might be excited, but Olivia wasn't. Maybe she shouldn't go and turn around and head back the other way. Ta-da! All done. That was chapter 4. Or no, yeah, that was chapter 4, sorry. So, in the last chapter, I was talking about, how much the woods inspired me. Like, I grew up out in the country around, chickens, cows, dogs, cats, and I'm pretty sure, like, deer, maybe, birds, all that good stuff. And when I wrote the book, I wanted to have my main character, Olivia, be, from the country like me. And I mentioned in the last video when I was reading chapter 3 that when I write my characters, I really would love to have them be inspired by me somehow, like from my past or my personality. So I had a lot of fun doing that, and for some reason in all of my books that I write, I always have to have even a little scene where a character wanders off in the woods, or they're going down like this country road, or they're just going down a highway and they see a bunch of trees, or they hear birds or something. So it's like I have to have something in the book that is like related to me somehow. So anyways, that was chapter 4. So next Wednesday, let's see. Okay, so next Wednesday, May 12th, I'm thinking maybe 4 o'clock. I will read chapter 5 at 4. And then after that, I'm going to go to church. So, and then, chapter 6, I will be on Friday, May 14th. I will read chapter 6. And then I'm doing this upcoming Tuesday, I'm doing a live coffee chat where we drink coffee and chat about our life, how life's going or whatever. And then, so that's what we're going to do. So I hope you enjoy me reading, and you can leave a comment. If you wanted to wait until I was done, that was totally fine. So, next Tuesday is a coffee live chat, and then Wednesday night at 4 o'clock, I'm going to be doing another chapter, and then I'll be reading another chapter this Friday. And I have one copy left of the first edition with the old cover. So this is still available. Maybe I can. Yeah. I really do love this cover, but I just felt like I needed to just change it. So, but anyways, so that is it for this video. We're already 33 minutes in. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? What time is it? Oh, 5:12. Okay, we're good. Alright, so thank you all for watching this, and I hope you have a good weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all the women in the world, and of course, happy Mother's Day to all the pet moms out there. So, you all should give yourself a little clappy. So, I hope you all have a really good weekend, and God bless, and God loves you. So, bye.